Hi everyone. Today we're going to be talking about solving equations using the distributive property. All right guys, you have learned about the distributive property before, so just a quick reminder, the distributive property is when we have a term that is outside of a parentheses and we use multiplication to distribute that term through our expression. So this problem says 8 times 5h minus 4. We're going to do 8 times 5h, which gives us 40h, and 8 times negative 4, which gives us negative 32. In the past, you may have learned how to write that as 8 times 5h gives you 40h, plus 8 times negative 4 gives you negative 32. Either of these ways are correct as they are equivalent expressions. All right, next up, example 2. This example is designed to just show us that we can be distributing through more than two terms. We've got negative 3 on the outside of our parentheses, and we're going to distribute that through an expression that has 3 terms. So we're going to take negative 3 times 4a, and that will give us negative 12a. Negative 3 times negative 6f. That minus sign can be read as a negative, and when we take a negative times a negative, we're going to end up with positive 18f. And then last but not least, negative 3 times positive 7 will give us negative 21. Okay, I don't have an equal sign. I don't have any like terms to combine here, so that's it. I'm done with this one. All right, let's jump right into example 3. This time we notice that we have an equal sign. That means we're going to be solving an equation, but we're going to first use the distributive property on the right-hand side. Our other examples showed the number that needed to be distributed on the left of the parentheses, but here I just wanted to show you an example that it really doesn't matter what side of the parenthesis that term is on. It's still hanging out right next to our parentheses, so we are going to distribute it through whatever is in that parentheses. I'm not doing anything with that 100, so I'm just going to rewrite 100 equals, and 5 times 6r will give me 30r, and 5 times 10 gives me positive 50. All right, now I'm going to start doing some inverse operations in order to isolate my variable. I can get rid of a plus 50 by doing a minus 50, and I will do that on both sides. My inverse operations cancel each other out. On the left, 100 minus 50 is 50, and I only have 30r left over. All right, next inverse operation is going to be getting rid of that 30, so I will divide both sides by 30. My 30s cancel out because 30 divided by 30 equals 1, so I have 1r. And 50 divided by 30 gives me 1.6 repeating. Just a reminder, I could write that in fraction form as 1 2/3. Either answer is correct. All right, ladies and gentlemen, here is our last example. Example 4, we have the 4 on the outside of our parentheses, so we are going to distribute that through our parentheses. That's going to give me negative 12c plus 20. I'm just going to rewrite that plus 7c. That should not get multiplied by the 4 since it's not in parentheses. And now, before I start doing inverse operations, it looks like I have some like terms that I'm going to want to combine before I start doing inverse operations. A negative 12c plus 7c is going to give me a negative 5c. All right, now I can start doing some inverse operations. So I'm going to subtract 20 on both sides, leaving me with negative 5c equals 30. Then I'll divide both sides by a negative 5 to isolate my variable. And I get c equals negative 6. Now, quick reminder, ladies and gentlemen, we can still do our checking step when we're solving equations that have distributive property. So remember that the checking step always starts by rewriting your original equation. I'm going to just label this checking, and I'm going to rewrite the original problem, which was 4 times negative 3c plus 5 plus 7c equals 50. And now I'm going to take my solution, c equals negative 6. I'm going to substitute negative 6 in place of c anywhere in my equation that I see it. And it looks like I'm going to start with this set of parentheses here. Negative 6 times negative 3 gives me positive 18. And 18 plus 5 gives me 23. And then here I have a 7 times negative 6. That's going to give me negative 42. And 4 times 23, I believe that is 92. And 92 minus 42 gives me 50. Okay, guys, I'm so happy that this worked out to be an equality. Remember that equality means that the solution we got, c equals negative 6, is the correct solution. I'm so happy. I'm just going to put a smiley face on it. I hope you guys are smiling right now, and I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful day.